Hi everybody, it's Esther and welcome to my channel. First of all, I want to say that I'm sorry if I make mistakes, but English is not my native language. I'm Italian, so maybe I say something wrong. Breakfast is a very important meal, but often you skip it. Me included, up to a year ago. Often you eat very quickly in the morning, or you eat unhealthy food or fatty food with a lot of sugar, like snacks or packed biscuits, for example, and others. I personally began to pay more attention to what I ate in the morning thanks to the online lessons, because I realized that I had more time to prepare my breakfast, because I've always been a person who would wake up at the last minute. So when I began eating well in the morning, I noticed that I felt really good. I was really energetic and I was mentally and physically active for the whole day. You won't believe it, but really having breakfast can change you radically. So today I'm going to show you 5 easy to do vegan and healthy recipes to help you to have a fast and good and why not eco-friendly breakfast every morning. So I hope that you like the video, so enjoy! The first thing I like to do after waking up is to drink a glass of water with aloe vera juice, which has purifying properties, or the juice of half lemon, which is antioxidant, rich in vitamin C and mineral salts. The first recipe I show you is the blueberry smoothie. In a blender, slice a banana. Then add a teaspoon of goji berries. Excellent source of manganese. And a date, perfect if you're following a low-calorie diet. Then add the vegetables. In this case, I decided to add a couple of leaves of lettuce and a carrot, but usually I use raw spinach. Now it's time to add the main ingredient, 4 teaspoons of frozen blueberries. These ones are small because I picked myself, but you can use any other type of blueberry or fruit. To sweeten further, add a teaspoon of agave syrup. And now, cover all the ingredients with the vegetable milk you prefer. I choose the soy one. Put everything on the blender and start. After a couple of minutes, the smoothie is ready. I'll give you an advice. If you like it more creamy, replace the milk with soy yogurt. I love this breakfast. It's so easy to do, fast and really healthy. The second recipe is the oatmeal with fresh and dried fruit. First of all, we pour 60 grams of oat flakes in a bowl. The perfect dose of oats to be used is indicative because it depends on the size of your bowl and how hungry you are in the morning, of course. Then add a spoon of cocoa powder, half teaspoon of linseeds and a teaspoon of sesame seeds. That will give the right consistency to the mixture. To add more nutrients, I choose to put 20 grams of walnuts and the same quantity of almonds, and a date to sweeten without adding sugar, which is a good source of potassium. And the mixture is finally ready, so put it on the blender and start. After a couple of minutes, the mixture will become a flour. This is the perfect consistency. The next step is to pour the flour into a saucepan and cover it with half a glass of water and a glass of vegetable milk. Now turn on the stove and bring the mixture to a boil. I like to sweeten a little more with half spoon of agave syrup. Combine, and after a few minutes the flour will begin to solidify. When you feel it harder, the oatmeal will be ready to be placed in the bowl and topped. I like to eat it with melted dark chocolate cubes, which will melt thanks to the heat of the oat, of course. Then I put 2 teaspoons of homemade plum jam, few nuts, and fresh fruit, in my case some strawberries, and then a teaspoon of chia seeds. Obviously, the ingredients depends on your tastes, and the oatmeal is ready. The third recipe is the chia pudding with fresh fruit. Prepare a bowl with about 30 grams of chia seeds, which is the recommended daily dose to eat. To it, we pour 40 grams of vegetable milk. Mix it, and after a few minutes, we'll see that the seeds will begin to swell, forming a kind of gel. It is recommended but not required to do this step every time you consume them, because they have an excellent capacity of absorption of liquids. And if ingested without being soaked before, the seeds would absorb liquids directly from our body. We put the chia seed aside and we go on with the preparation of the topping. First, we cut an apple, then a banana and a kiwi. Then we prepare 125 grams of soy yogurt. As you can see, the chia seeds are completely gelled. We proceed by pouring the soy yogurt on the chia gel and decorate the pudding with fruit as we prefer. We cover it all with agave syrup, sesame seeds and walnuts. In the end, I decided to add a bit of homemade almond butter, because it really gives a lot of taste to everything. This is the final result. Really quick to do and good. The fourth recipe that I show you is the dried plum yogurt with muesli and banana. For this recipe, I will use the homemade chocolate muesli to use them as a topping, but it is optional if you already have them at home. In a large bowl, pour 100 grams of oat flakes. Then add 40 grams of walnuts and the same quantity of almonds. 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 50 grams of various seeds, the one you prefer. I choose the pumpkin, sesame and sunflower seeds. Then cut 6 cubes of dark chocolate and add them in the bowl. Fill a glass with 100 milliliters of water, in which we insert 3 dates. Then, put the glass in the mixer bullet and start. What is formed is a kind of naturally sweetened gel. Combine all the ingredients and put the mixture on a baking tray that we will put in the oven. If the mixture is wet, don't worry, it will dry in the oven. So let's turn on the fan oven and put the baking tray with the muesli inside for about 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, which means 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And while the muesli are in the oven, let's prepare the yogurt. In a blender, insert 125 grams of soy yogurt, 5 or 6 dried or fresh plums. Blend all. Now put the yogurt plum cream in a bowl and add the muesli, which finally are done. I usually used to put the muesli in jars to keep them for long and to have them always ready when I need them. Slice a banana as a topping, agave syrup, a little coconut flour, and some goji berries or other dried fruits. and the breakfast is done. I decided to add the almond butter here too, because I really love it. The last recipe are the banana cookies. Pour in a blender 60 grams of flour, 100 grams of oat flakes, 30 grams of walnuts, a teaspoon of cinnamon, but if you don't like it, you can replace it with cocoa powder. Add a teaspoon of goji berries, a sliced banana, a date, a glass of vegetable milk, the one that you prefer, of course, and a glass of water. Now put everything on the blender and start. When the ingredients will be mixed well, the mixture is ready. Put a teaspoon of seed oil on a pan and pour the mixture on it. Cook it as if it were an oatmeal. And when it solidifies, you will notice that it looks like a dough for pies. That's the perfect consistency. Now create balls with the hands and place them on a baking tray. And put inside the cookies some chocolate squares. Put the tray in a fan oven for about 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, which means 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the final result. They will not be very beautiful aesthetically, but they will be very tasty. I prepared a wood cutting board where I placed them and I decorate with fresh and dried fruit. One last thing I wanted to point out is that in these recipes I use more or less the same ingredients. I did it to show you how all these simple ingredients that luckily all of you can find in the grocery shop can be used in all these different ways. I hope you'll try and like them. These were my 5 favorite recipes to do in the morning. I like alternating them every day, but I have to say that my favorite is the smoothie with blueberries. I love it, really. I can literally drink it or eat it every day. I'll give you an advice. If you in the morning don't have a lot of time, I suggest you to prepare all the ingredients in the mixture the day before, the night before, and put it in the fridge. So in the morning you just have to blend the ingredients and that's it. If you try these recipes, let me know in the comments. I would be really happy to hear other ideas. If you change some ingredients, I would be really happy to see which ingredients would you prefer to use. And I really hope that you like this video and I really hope that everything was clear. Thank you so much for being here with me and see you in the next video and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.